Hi, this is David Wright, and I gotta get my ICTV.
From Iona College on North Avenue, ICTV presents Inside Iona with Matt Ricker and Alex Fasano.
On this episode of Inside Iona,
new developments for the Hagen School of Business.
the college comes together to honor our nation's veterans.
And as always, Kevin Walsh has your sports update, and Allison Gannon and Michael Cusano with your entertainment spotlight.
We have all this and more in this episode of Inside Iona. Hello everyone and welcome to Inside Iona. I'm Matt Ricker and I'm ecstatic to be hosting alongside my good friend Alex Fasano.
Thank you, Matt. I'm pleased to be here with you today. We'll be bringing you all the campus news you need, including sports and entertainment.
Our first story is the renovations of our new business school. A new plan is being put into place to double the size of the building. According to Chief Architect Mark Fowler, renovations will add 33,000 square feet to Hagen. With this addition, the facilities will be able to offer students new smart classrooms, a business career center, and much more. The goal of the new space is to combine the new with the old. This modern structure will be constructed around the original Hagen building. This will allow more natural light to come in and add a fresh new look to campus. Groundbreaking is expected to take place in the spring of 2017, and construction will likely take about 18 months. The new and improved business school is projected to open in the fall of 2018.
I think the business school, like the pictures that they're showing us, I think it actually looks really, really nice, and I think it'll actually enhance like the persona of the business school at Iona College. Like I know it's like in the top 5 already, but with like the addition of like the new thing and the glass and all of it, I think actually really like give a good look to like what this other schools see, what other students see.
I think the business school will benefit Iona just as far as further developing the campus, expanding it, making it look more new and a little sleeker than it used to.
I think the new addition to the business school would be pretty cool because it's going to show that they're trying to reinvent it in a way and basically have more people come in and just show that they're trying to make the school bigger and expand.
Well, campaign season is finally over. Iona students and staff had some passionate reactions regarding the election. Matt went out onto campus to hear what the Iona College community had to say.
My reaction to this year's presidential election, I honestly wasn't shocked that Donald Trump won. I know a lot of people said how much they hated him. I know in this area a lot of people didn't like him, but I always thought, like in the back of my mind, like so many other people probably do like him, and I don't understand why that many people were shocked because I just think that everyone was so focused on how much they hated Trump, but nobody had anything really to say about why they actually liked Hillary. So I feel like that's why that happened. So, we'll see what happens.
I seriously was really surprised. I thought Hillary was going to win. And I was really upset for a little while, but I got over it and I looked at all of Trump's policies and I'm optimistic about the next 4 years. So.
It was a surprise, but I'm just trying to stay positive. Ultimately, whether you wanted Donald Trump to win or not, you have to hope that you were either really right or really wrong, because he is the president, and that's how it's going to be for at least 4 years.
I was surprised by the election, I'm not going to lie. I really thought Hillary was going to win, but you have to just go along. It's what it is, and hopefully he'll do well for the next 4 years.
Every Veterans Day throughout the nation, people come together to honor those who have served their country. Iona College is no different. The school gathered at a ceremony to show gratitude to all the alumni who have sacrificed their lives and laid a wreath in their honor. ICTV's Joe Archino was there.
Ensign Robert D. Hunt, Sergeant Joseph F. Gilligan, Second Lieutenant John Spingler.
The backbone of the United States of America is our veterans. In some way, shape, or form, the names of our service members live on forever.
The heroes of our world walk among us. Those heroes are our veterans, and here at Iona College, like everywhere else across the nation on this Veterans Day, we honor those heroes who have built this country and understand sacrifice unlike anyone else.
The creed of Iona College is to move the world. That world can't be moved without the willing sacrifice of others.
Freedom is not free. And that's why we pause today in recognition of our veterans who lost their lives in war, and to help build this college and help protect the freedoms of this country.
The Thomas M. Polina Memorial Award is given to an Iona student who is also a United States veteran and celebrates their academic excellence and character. This year's recipient, Brendan West, served in the Marines for 4 years. Brendan West knows what service means. He also knows that duty goes both ways and that we can do more as a country to help our veterans heal the wounds of war.
There's a lot of veterans homeless. We got to be aware of also the amount of veterans that commit suicide every day, which is, I think, went down to 21 from 22, but it's unbelievable. So we got to keep an account of that and just always be there for anyone that's calling out for help.
Our first duty as Americans is to remember, because our place in this world was earned by someone else, and the people who earned us that place is our veterans. Spend some time today, spend some time tomorrow, spend some time every day in reflection on the people who gave us everything that we have in this life.
Now, Matt, I got a question. Do you prefer Apple or Samsung?
You know, I had 2 Samsung phones, but now I'm an Apple guy. It was time to move on.
Yeah, you know, it's same here. Let's turn now to Amanda Cifelli, who's got student opinions on which they prefer.
Despite the fact that I have Apple, I'm an Android fan.
I made the switch over to Apple, and I love it. So definitely an Apple fan.
I currently have an iPhone.
I currently have an iPhone 5C. I like my phone, I'm comfortable with it.
I love my iPhone.
It's unfortunate that Samsung is having all those problems with their Galaxy S7. And I think it is a big boost. It's going to be a big boost for Apple, especially when it comes to stocks and stuff.
I definitely think that's great for Apple, just because I really feel like it's just those 2 competitors. So when it comes down to it, Apple just skyrocketed compared to Android, because who wants a phone that's going to explode as they're using it?
It's good for the Apple industry, kind of give them more superiority on their side of the spectrum.
When the whole Samsung blow-up phone epidemic happened, then that means more revenue for iPhones.
I think it's going to be interesting because you're going to have people who don't like the new changes to the iPhone, such as the no headphone jack. So people who are angry with that, maybe switching over to Android, and then people angry with the phones that kind of blow up, per se, switching over to Apple. So I think it's going to be really interesting to see what happens.
I just wish that the headphone jack was still there. That's a big disappointment for me.
Apple's overrated in the sense that why would you go backwards and take out the whole headphone jack out of the phone? You can say it's to innovation or whatnot, but no, you're doing it to make it cheaper for manufacturing to make more profit and maximize your profit for Apple as a company. It's not practical in the sense that not everybody likes Bluetooth. You're going to remove the jack. Eventually they're going to get played out and people are going to, some new kind of phone or some new things are going to come out and knock both of them off the shelves.
Thanks, Amanda. Now we turn to Allison and Michael to let us know what's happening in entertainment.
The Iona College Theater Ensemble debuted their production of Therese Raquin by Émile Zola, the story of 19th century lust, murder, and revenge. ICTV was there.
And if you're looking forward to a night out with your friends, new movies have come out this weekend. Arrival premiered with Amy Adams and Jeremy Renner about an alien invasion. Shut In with Naomi Watts about a woman who must protect her and her son against spirits in this heart-pounding thriller. And lastly, Loving with Joel Edgerton and Ruth Negga, which follows an interracial couple in the late 1950s.
They all sound so good. And if you don't feel like going out and staying in, one of my all-time favorite shows, Gilmore Girls, is having a new season released on Netflix the day after Thanksgiving. There will be 4 episodes revolved around the 4 seasons and show us what life is like in Star Hollow after all these years. Well, that's all we have for you today in entertainment. I'm Michael.
And I'm Allison, and we will see you soon.
Thanks, Allison. And Michael, it's great to see a new face on the show.
Here in the land of the Gales, exciting things are always happening on and off the field. Lead sports anchor Kevin Walsh takes us inside the world of Iona Sports.
Kevin Walsh here for ICGals.com with your male student athlete of the week for the men's cross country team, Kieran Clements. Kieran, a big week for the cross country team, men and women. For you, you got the win in the MAC championship. You guys ran as a pack, and then you eventually crossed that finish line. What was that like for you in your last MAC race?
Yeah, it was great to win on my last MACs. It was good to have all of the guys around us. We managed to make it a relatively controlled effort because we have a couple of big races coming up, so we got to save a little bit, have a little bit more left in the tank. As our coach Tony says, you got to feed the rat to avoid getting bit, and we put the work in and we're ready to go.
Now, you guys are extremely dominant. You've won 26 MAC championships in a row. You've had the first place finish 15 years in a row. And at some point, you would think that you guys have to stop being able to set the bar even higher. But you do. For the first time ever, you have the first 8 place finishes and also the largest margin of victory ever by 87 points. How do you guys continue to set the bar higher?
I think we always strive for more. Like, we always want to get as many guys in front of everyone else in the MAC as we can. It's something that we really pride ourselves on. We know that if we do well at the MAC, then we're set up well to do well, even better in the postseason. So I think it's all just trying to look into the postseason and try and do well there. And the better we do in the MAC, the better we do there.
You guys were also able to see the women win the MAC championship. Do you feel like the two programs are able to feed off each other and encourage one another when they're going through their races? And that's another way that you guys are able to maintain this level of dominance.
Yeah, definitely. Honestly, personally, one of the highlights of my weekend was seeing the women regain that title. It was absolutely gutting to see them lose it last year, but great to see them get that back. Even though Tegan decided to have a lay down a couple of meters from the line, they still managed to get the job done, which was good.
You guys are now ranked 7th nationally. How does it feel for a small program like Iona to be able to get recognized on such a national level?
It's great, yeah. I mean, we're a small program, but we recruit from all over the world. So there's guys from Germany, Kenya, myself from the UK, and then a bunch of American kids as well on the team. So we are a small program, but at the same time, I feel like we represent kind of a nationwide approach to NCAA cross country, which is good.
And finally, regionals are on the horizon, coming up November 11th. What is going to be the mindset for the group going into regionals?
Just to qualify safely for nationals. Running 2 10Ks within 8 days with regionals and nationals is very difficult to judge in terms of recovery and things like that. You have to run obviously hard enough to make it at regionals, but you can't leave absolutely everything out there, otherwise you'll suffer in 8 days at nationals, which obviously is the big goal for us.
Well, best of luck there. Best of luck. Hopefully you guys move on. Male Student Athlete of the Week, Kieran Clemens, Kevin Walsh for ICGals.com.
Thanks, Kevin. To keep up with what's going on at Iona College, please like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter and Instagram, and subscribe to our YouTube page.
A special thanks to Professor Rich's broadcast newsroom class, and a big thank you for Alex for hosting with me.
Of course. Thank you very much for having me, Matt. It's a great time, and it was such a pleasure.
Glad to have you. Well, that's a wrap, as they say. Thank you for joining us. We hope to see you right back here next time on Inside Iona. A special thanks to Alex.
You're welcome. Thanks.